So should anybody actually buy the iPhone 11 still? So I made a video about this iPhone earlier this year. Should you buy it in 2022? It's not really what this video is about. It's getting harder and harder to recommend the iPhone 11. We're only a few months out and this one will more than likely be dropped from the lineup. But coming off a victory against the Galaxy A53, is the iPhone 11 recommended to anyone right now? Comes with a pretty small charger. So if you're buying an iPhone 11, you're getting that slower 5-watt charging from Apple, and you'll get yourself a Lightning port. So it's not going to be more universal USB-C like you'll find on some of these newer Android devices and even some of the current iPads in the lineup. So you don't get too much in the box here, but you do get at least that clean Apple setup in the box. Not a bad unboxing experience though, even to this day. So there's a few people I can still actually surprisingly recommend this to. Look, if you're in a tech, you're a techie fan, you love latest specs, latest phones, you obviously have no interest in this device at this point. It's clear as day. But the first person is going to be somebody who just does not want to buy Android. It does not matter what you throw at them. They don't care if you have a 75,000 milliamp hour battery, 76 cameras, 87, whatever processor with 64,000 gigs of RAM. I'm being sarcastic here. The person who just doesn't care. They're not buying an Android phone, but their budget is still around $350 to $500. If that's you, the iPhone 11 is going to be a great option for you. This phone is still very smooth. It's still very fast, as you seen in the last video. I actually was quite surprised how well this runs on iOS 15.5. It actually runs almost the same as something like an iPhone 13. So pretty good. I'm very happy with its overall longevity and performance. So if your budget's around there, this is definitely a phone you'll want to consider right now. Still, if that's your budget and you need an iPhone right now, you'll probably be pretty happy with it. The second person is somebody who just doesn't care about an OLED display. They don't really see these differences. And some people comment it's all made up hype that you can't see the difference. No, it's not. You have to put an OLED side by side with an LCD, turn it on an angle, put it on the side, put it in a dark room, and you will definitely see the deeper contrast, the difference in the saturation levels, as well as just kind of like the overall brightness and just the way the colors look. It's very different from an LCD. However, this LCD is very easy on the eye if you also have a laptop or you also do have yourself, an iPad that uses LCD technology. You don't really have to adjust to either, and some people can struggle with things like PWM. It's pretty rare, but some people don't like OLED displays. So if that's you, this is likely the last large iPhone you're going to see with LCD. Who knows? Maybe Apple will bring a cheap model in the future with LCD again, but for now, it's looking like they're going to go the whole OLED route going forward. The third person this is a great option for is those people who don't care about the latest specifications, but still want something with current good software, good battery life, and really good cameras. You still get a great set of cameras on here. The battery life doesn't have you stretching or needing a charger, all day. You could stretch out the day pretty easily without needing, to get to a charger. Overall, I gotta say the iPhone 11, just a solid set of just kind of the basics. It just nails all of them on the iPhone 11. It nails the basics: good battery, good cameras, solid overall size of a display. It just has all the basics you would need for modern iPhone life. So definitely pretty good there. Number 4, you're buying this iPhone as a gift for someone like, a teenager, maybe a parent, a cousin, a grandparent, just somebody you're just buying a gift for, and you don't want to go all out, get them the, $1,000 iPhone, but you still want to do something nice, get them a gift, something like that. They're not really picky. You're just trying to help out. This is a great option to pick up for someone like that. I think they'll definitely appreciate the gesture and be very happy with the decision that you made for them. So a really good gift option for others, I would say. I think most people, if they have an older, crappier iPhone, they'll be very happy with this phone right here. And the next one is you just don't really care for the iPhone 13 or the 12, or you wanted that phone, have you, and you basically it's just out of your price range. This one gives you, I think, most of that experience. It's actually quite close, to be quite fair with you. I don't really see too much of a difference besides the fact that, you know, the edges are curved, you know, it feels a little different in the hand, but the actual experience of using the phone, it's the same size display. Yeah, it feels a little smaller in the newer ones because they thinned out the bezels, but the actual experience is about identical to the iPhone 11. You're getting a 6.1, you're getting a fast performance, good cameras, dual cameras, not too much different from the iPhone 12 and 13. They just squared off the edges. So the next person is the one who looked at the SE and said, nope, this is my range, this is my budget range, this is my price range, but I'm not buying that older home button iPhone. I don't care that it has 5G in the A15. I just can't do it, man. It looks too much like 2016. If you just can't sacrifice this and this is your price range, the iPhone 11 is a good alternative option. It does give you 4G LTE, but 5G is not super fast in every area. You got to get in those pockets of the city where you actually get it. When you do, it's mind-blowing, but definitely for the most part, you're seeing 4G LTE enhanced kind of speed, and you just kind of, it says 5G on most phones. Doesn't feel much faster in my experience. So this is still pretty solid. Also, the, you know, display much larger. You got the dual camera versus the single, and the processor performance, you probably wouldn't notice it that much between these two. It's still running a 60 hertz display on the SE, so it's nothing like the ProMotion or anything like that. So I think the iPhone 11 is a great alternative option if that was you. The next one is you want to try iOS, but you don't want to take it to the level of, I'm going to buy a premium iPhone. I don't know if I'm going to like it. You don't know if you're going to enjoy it. Get yourself an iPhone 11. Experiment, play around with it. Get a used one, if you will, for even cheaper than the current price. And maybe you'll decide that this is going to be the platform for you. It's a great phone for that purpose right there. So definitely I think you'll be happy with that. Number 8, you just want a backup iPhone to your current baby, your iPhone Pros of the world, your iPhone 13s of the world. So if you got something like the 13 Pro and you just kind of want something just in case you break it, this is a good option for you here, the iPhone 11. The next one is maybe you already broke your iPhone or you're looking for a device just to hold you over until the 14 Pro Max or the 14 Pro, or even if you don't want those, you want to see what Apple does in 2023, maybe a full redesign or something like that. You maybe busted your phone or you just need a cheaper iPhone for now, just to hold you over. You're like, you know, I want to see when Apple fully redesigns. This could be a great holdover phone. So you use it for a year or you use it for 6 months, whatever, and you're like, okay, I'm ready to go get the beast phone. If you have the means, and this is kind of like a good idea, I would say be a good option for you there, because it's not going to cost you $800-900 and then you're kind of investing into a premium iPhone. So definitely a very good option for that. And number 10, you're getting into the world of mobile photography. This is a good option. You have the ability to have the ultra wide angle, not found on the SE right here. You do have great 4K 60 video, which basically looks the same as most of the current iPhones. They do have HDR and cinematic, which most people don't use, but they're there. Here you still got the newer software update that allows you to go the 16:9, the 4:3 aspect ratio. You don't get the photographic styles here, but you still have filters which can basically emulate something kind of similar, not 100%. And then the front-facing camera really hasn't been upgraded all the way up to the iPhone 13. So the front-facing camera video and photo is still quite acceptable here on the iPhone 11. So overall, if you're trying to get into mobile photography and you want to do it on the budget, this is a pretty good iPhone option right here. You have great application support, great cameras, pretty solid option. So my final conclusion is, if you're in the market for an iPhone and you're fitting into any of those categories I talked about, get one while you can. I forgot to mention too that there's multiple color options for the iPhone 11. You got things like the green, you have the red, the white, I'm probably missing a couple, I think there's a purple. There's many different colors for this phone, so get them while you can before Apple drops them out of the lineup. You know, you can also get these used for under $400, sometimes $280, sometimes $350. It depends on where you look in the condition of it. So yeah, this is probably the last time I'll cover the iPhone 11 until iOS 16 later this year. So let me know your thoughts on the iPhone 11. I might cover it in a speed test or something, but I'm not gonna, give it its own dedicated video until maybe it's, whatever update it is 4 years later or something like that. So stay tuned for our future with iOS 16 with this phone. But let me know your thoughts, or if you have an iPhone 11, share your experience below. Thumbs up if you haven't already. Nick here. Be sure to be well. I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.